let's get started on a refurbishment project. This is the lower wing of a Fokker DR1, and as you can see the covering's in a really sorry state, so it needs to be removed. Now I could just hacker it and pull it away, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually use, and this has even been sellotaped on here, I'm going to actually use the heat gun to help take it off. If you've used a heat gun to put things on or an iron, then it stands to reason using a heat gun will help it come off. So let's see where we go. Softening it up nicely there. We'll just take a little go at it. That's really encouraging. Oh, orange. There's a surprise. You never know what you're going to find underneath, of course. Hopefully there'll not be too many horror shows. Sometimes there are. But that is really encouraging. Because actually, it looks like this has been well made. Very pleased with that. Sometimes when you take the covering off, you find all kinds of horror gaps between the wood joints, but that's a very neat build. I'm very encouraged with that. Let's keep going and see what we find. I'm trying to take it off in reverse order, so the upper surface was the last one that went on. So it's the first one I'm going to take off. That's cool, really pleased. There we go. Let's take the underside off and see how that comes off. We've got mud splatters, bird droppings, glow fuel, but thankfully, up to now, that's coming off really well. Really well, very exciting. Well, I can now come to one conclusion very quickly, and that's that this has been built from a plan. It hasn't been kit made. There are no indications of rib numbers, which is a giveaway that it's come from a kit. So it's back in the day, they were talking about a model that's perhaps been built in the 70s or 80s, I would guess. Let's keep going. Needs a little bit of encouragement here. And if you feel like it's resisting, apply a little bit more heat. The big attraction of this model, to me at least, other than the fact, well, of course it's got 3 wings, the other big attraction is there are a multitude of colour schemes, really exciting colour schemes. They don't all have to be painted red, and this one definitely won't be. I took that off in the wrong order, you'll notice. I should have took the top cover off first. Getting too excited. I don't know if you're aware, but this scalloping that you see here, on the prototype it was a wire trailing edge, and when the dope was applied and shrunk the linen fabric, or silk fabric, I'm not sure what they used actually, it pulled in and created this scalloping effect. Let's take off the we'll take this off here, and then I'll demonstrate something you can do with these areas where the colour of the original solar film has come parted from the covering itself. See if we can get this off. There we go. That's one wing uncovered. Let's have an examination. I'm really pleased with that. It's perfectly flat. There's no warping, so that's really encouraging. It's going to be far better than the top wing, I think, but I'm pleased with that. Needs a little bit of a repair here, I think, but nothing major. Let's show you a little trick with this. Just bear with me. Sometimes when you're removing solar film or solar text, it delaminates from the colour, and that can be problematic. If I was to cover this in a white solar film, for example, which I'm not going to, that colour would often show through and it looks awful. So what I've discovered is one way to remove that, let's try it with this bit, is that's even better because it's more obvious. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. Right, so we've got some paint on the coverings being left behind. I'm going to apply a little bit of heat. Then some packing tape, and then when you pull the packing tape off, it hasn't done it very well. Let's try again. Sometimes, if you're lucky, sometimes you have to try different packing tape. There you go, off it comes. You can see that the majority of that colour's come off onto here. There you go. That'll come later on, but there we go. There's the first wing uncovered, and I'm really pleased with what I found underneath. First stage done. Keep tuned. If you want to see more, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so. We'll follow the journey of this Fokker DR1. Covering removed, I couldn't resist. Upper and middle wing, and as I thought, I personally think these upper wings are beyond salvaging. However, other than a little bit of combing around the decking area, which is not a big deal, the lower wing, or middle wing rather, like the lower wing, is perfectly flat. So I've actually salvaged 2 of the 3 wings. This I'll use as a template to draw up some plans for the upper wing, along with those that I've downloaded from AutoZone. It's a fairly straightforward wing, there's nothing special about it. It has spruce spars, which I'll have to purchase, webbing in between, and I'll use these ribs along with the, I think I'll just use these ribs actually as templates because they're all identical, and I'll build a completely new upper wing. Well worth the effort. Triplane, only one of the wings is beyond repair. I think this is going to be the issue. These interplane struts are glued in. I may look at an alternative to this. We'll see. We'll see. I've got to release them. You can see how badly this top wing's twisted. I hope anyway. So that's got to go. But this is nice and true. The bottom wing's beautifully true. It's nice to see the skeleton, know what I'm going to work with. They can come off, they're simply bolted on. As this is getting scrapped, the top bit doesn't matter. But I need to work out. Actually, if I just hack these out and leave the struts, that's fine. They're in position. Meaning I'll have to be a little bit creative with the covering. But that may be the solution rather than smashing everything out. These can stay in place in the middle wing. Great. I'm starting to get a feel for this project already, and it's the first afternoon of stripping the covering off. Here we go. Onwards and upwards. Thanks for looking in. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, please, and subscribe if you want to see the rest of the journey if you haven't already done so. Bye for now.